He's the crown prince of Yong, a man everyone can trample. Even the emperor despises his existence. Trapped in this deadly game, only one person can help him turn the tables and rise again. He can only play carefully, luring his prey to trap. Crown Prince Yuan is solving a chess puzzle the emperor gave. With the dryness in his throat makes him cough violently. Just then, a mocking voice comes from behind. Well, if it isn't my sickly brother. Still working on that impossible father gave. Visitor is none other than third Prince Yuan. His face is twisted with malice. His words drip with venom. How about I tell you how to make father happy? If you die, he'll be happy. You die, and we'll all be happy. Yeah, you heard right. He's the third prince. Yet he can humiliate me, the first prince, without. Only because his mother is consort Qing, who holds all the emperor's favor. While my mother is the cold palace empress, shunned by all. But I'm the legitimate eldest son who stole the nest. The third prince insults him and even breaks his forehead with an inkstall. After the third prince leaves, he bends his frail body to pick up the torn paper. A tall shadow falls over him. A cold voice comes from above. Get up! Yuan Yi's pupils shrink. He quickly kneels to pay respects. The emperor barks harshly. The crown prince lets his own brother run wild over him. What a waste. Yuan Yi clenches his fists, filled with bitter resentment. Of course he can bully me however he wants. You just stood there watching. Your eyes never rest on me. How could I ever stand up to him? The emperor picks up a chess piece to break the deadlock. If there are no pieces left on the board, you must find another way. Only by taking risks can you break free. I'm giving you 1 year to win over those stubborn old fools in the Northern Desert Army. If you fail, don't bother coming to see me again. With that, he throws down the piece and turns to leave. After the emperor leaves, his expression changes instantly. Gone is the weakness. His eyes are sharp as blades. A meaningful smile plays on his lips. Father, to break this deadlock. All it takes is this one move from you. My pieces, I'll take them back myself. Watch how this waste of a crown prince rises from the ashes. I'm the waste crown prince Yuan Yi, constantly trampled and insulted by the third prince. Even the emperor despises me. To turn things around, all I need is one person. Yuan Yi's party arrives at the northern desert. He looking at the scenery outside. He can't help but sigh. The northern desert is such a brutal place, perfect for raising wolves. So he stops the convoy and orders them to halt. His attendant helps him down, telling him, I heard young master, he is hunting snow demons here. He set traps all over this mountain. Your highness, you must not go up. It's too dangerous. Yuan Yi ignores the warning and insists on going. Meanwhile, under Yihua's command, the soldiers are working hard to set up traps on the mountain. Speaking of the crown prince who's inspecting today, Yihua's tone is full of contempt and disdain. He's not here to inspect. He couldn't stay in the capital anymore. They kicked him out. Besides, dining with the crown prince is about sucking up to power. Catching snow demons is about punishing evil. The attendant is speechless. Punishing evil. The biggest menace in the northern desert. That be you, little master. Just then, a flying knife shoots out, stabbing hard into the tree beside Yihua. On the blade, a white cloth clearly reads, Snow Demon Attack. Yihua says playfully, see, told you I should stay here. With that, he leaps up, landing in just moments where the snow demon was spotted. There's rustling in the bushes. He draws his sword and yanks the red rope tied to the tree. As he pulls, a humanoid creature leaps out from the bushes. He pauses startled. The figure crashes into him with a thud. He can't help but squeeze. Why does this snow demon feel just like a person? Nice tech. The person he pulled out is Yuan Yi. Yuan Yi says through gritted teeth, My friend, I'm not some snow demon. I'm Yuan Yi. Yihua is stunned when he sees his face. So beautiful. His cheeks flush slightly. Then it hits him. Wait, you said your surname is Yuan. You're the crown prince here to inspect the northern desert. Yuan Yi can't help but gasp in pain. His leg has been pierced by the trap. Blood stains his calf. Just arrived and already caught off guard by the young master's trap. Please look after me from now on. Their eyes meet. In this moment, Yuan Yi falls into his trap, and also into his heart. A good hunter always appears as prey. Watch this sickly beauty turn the whole game around. In residence, Yuan Yi sits across from Northern Desert Duke Hirong. Hirong suggests that since the crown prince has been away from the emperor, others might steal his spotlight, so this weak prince should head back to the capital quickly. Yuan Yi says calmly, if I'm doing something that concerns the safety of the realm, who could steal my spotlight? Hirong's eyes flash with calculation. Then the crown prince says bluntly, I'm not just here to inspect. Hirong suspects he wants the military seal of the He army. If it's the seal, I'm afraid your highness will be disappointed. Yuan Yi's tone is calm. The He army is legendary, even with the seal. I might not be able to use it. Father sent me here for just one small item. The dragon mace. At those words, the previously calm Hirong rises in fury. He flicks his sleeve with authority. Tell his majesty the dragon mace will never see the light of day again. He turns and coldly dismisses the guest that the northern desert is cold. The crown prince is frail and shouldn't stay long. Shoot, someone will escort the crown prince back to the capital. With that, he moves to leave. But Yuan Yi calls out the He family has held military power in the northern desert for decades. Rumors say the duke harbors treacherous intent, waiting for the day to invade the capital. Before he finishes, Hirong snaps a nonsense. Yuan Yi continues, the crown prince was injured by young master He, and now you're sending him back to the capital with that injured leg. If something happens along the way, will the realm believe the duke has no treasonous heart? That night, Yuan Yi sits in his room. A maid asks, Your Highness, when you got off the carriage early that day, did you already foresee this? Yuan Yi's eyes lower, his voice flat. The duke is stubborn. I had no choice but to take this approach. Just then, his attendant rushes in. Your Highness, young master, he won't let me get the medicine. He says you're faking and that you have to come yourself. Yuan Yi thinks for a moment, then I'll go see. With the maid's help, he gets out of bed. When he arrives alone at the medicine room with a cane, Yihua is lying on a chair behind the counter waiting. He looks up, startled to see Yuan Yi walk in. He sits up with a smirk. Well, you actually came. Yuan Yi says coldly, is this the He family's hospitality? Making an injured man come fetch his own mat. Yihua jumps down from the counter in a flash, appearing right in front of Yuan Yi. He grabs his wrist and leans in. I studied medicine since I was young. I want to check your highness's injury. Is that wrong? His hand slides around Yuan Yi's waist. Yuan Yi's body trembles slightly. He grabs Yihua's wrist and looks up into his eyes. Yihua can't help but chuckle, helping him into the room to check. You're just a dog they kicked out. Touching you would dirty my hands. The hypocrite arrives. He says he'll help him inside to check, but after just a few steps, Yihua trips him. Yuan Yi stumbles forward. Yihua catches him by the waist, cushioning Yuan Yi's fall with his own body. He grins wickedly. Is your highness that eager? This is the second time you've thrown yourself at me. Guess I'll just check you here. He grabs Yuan Yi's ankle. Ignoring his protests, he tears open his pant leg. Yuan Yi shouts in shame and anger, you maniac! He coughs violently. Seeing him like this, Yihua feels strangely uncomfortable. He releases Yuan Yi's leg. He looks up into his eyes. What are you playing innocent for? You think I don't know what you're about? He leans closer to Yuan Yi. He sneers in his ear, acting pitiful to seduce the emperor and the third prince, surviving in the capital by playing. They got bored of you, and you slunk away. You're just a dog they kicked out. Touching you would dirty my hands. A slap cracks across his face. Yihua stares in disbelief. Yuan Yi's face is ice cold. A spoiled brat. The He family's given you too much freedom. How dare you slander his majesty? Yihua glares and raises his hand to strike back. Seeing Yuan Yi instinctively because his eyes shook, his hand pauses. He doesn't hit him. Then he sees that Yuan Yi's leg really is injured. Clearly Yihua didn't expect it. Under such extreme humiliation, Yuan Yi finally sheds a single tear. Yihua sees him crying. His heart softens. He reaches out to comfort him. But as he grips his chin, forcing him to look up, cruel words spill out again. I know what you want. How about this? You please me the way you please the emperor and the others. Maybe if I'm in a good mood, your dream will come true. To make Yihua believe him, Yuan Yi actually harms his own body. He's in the middle of saying these humiliating words. He pulls Yihua away and tells Yuan Yi the medicine is on the third shelf. Yihua drags Liu Changmo out, saying, why are you wasting words with him? Inside the gate, on horseback, Liu Changmo says bluntly, I know what you're thinking. You think the crown prince is faking, trying to stay in the northern desert to spy on our strength, preparing the court to conquer us. At these words, Yihua's eyes turn sharp. Isn't that it? Liu Changmo says, maybe yes, maybe no, if he hasn't shown hostility. We don't need to target him like this. No wonder he called you a hothead who can't keep his cool. Seeing Liu Changmo not hiding that he was eavesdropping, and even using that line to tease him, he snaps, I'm young. You've never beaten me at hunting. What good are those extra years? His brutal honesty makes Liu Changmo want to tear him apart. Yihua suddenly gets serious, but if the snow demon isn't dealt with, that dog prince will get wind of it. If the court uses exterminating the snow demon as an excuse to march north, we'll be in trouble. With that, he asks where the snow demon appeared. He spurs his horse forward. Liu Chengyang follows close behind. When they see the fourth unmarried woman who's been killed, as expected, like the first three, her heart was carved out. But this time, besides the heart, her eyes were also taken. Meanwhile outside, snow falls heavily. A humanoid creature holds a bloody heart in its hands, gnawing on it. Suddenly he stops, sniffing the air carefully. Smells good. Scene shifts. The maid is complaining that the wound Yuan Yi inflicted on himself to fool Yihua is too severe. Yuan Yi says to eliminate Yihua's suspicions that I'm faking, this injury is nothing. He thinks, but judging from Yihua's reaction, he doesn't seem to know about the dragon mace. Then he asks his attendant, did you find out what happened with the army? The attendant tells him they only know it's a murder case. The details haven't been uncovered yet. So set sights on the handsome crown prince. He protectively guards his wife. Hearing the attendant hasn't found specifics, Yuan Yi's heart tightens. What could require both young master, he and army general Liu Changmo to act together? He thinks for a moment, puzzled. Keep digging. There might be something useful here. Yuan Yi's voice carries fatigue. I'm tired. Put out the lights. A gust of wind blows through. The candle goes out. Only wisps of smoke remain. The maid wonders why the wind suddenly picked up, then sees a dark